Hi, hello, hola. How are you guys doing today? We're doing having a beautiful and amazing day today. Let me smooth myself. My name is Michelle. I'm a Puerto Rican living in Puerto Rico and always lived in Puerto Rico. Why do I say Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico? Because my niche is more games, but I will always try to promote Puerto Rican entrepreneurs and small businesses because there's so many talented people that hey need to showcase, get more eyes on this. But we're not talking about today. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about the game consumption. It says Made in Twine, a brief game about contemplating yourself as you lay dying. Trigger warning, illness, implication of suicide. You've been warned. And I shall release. And take this off. It's annoying. Ow. It's fake. Mm-hmm. To your sense, you could feel your breathing shallow and strained with exhalations not unlike that of a wooden whistle. What? Yes. Your eyes open, the dim light causing a stinging, burning sensation. The source of the light is just out of your view. Investigate the light source. As you crane your neck to look at it, you are overwhelmed with an intense, throbbing pain, seeming to course through your entirety of your being. But at least now you can make out the small burnt out candle on your bedside table. You question yourself. Why had you not extinguished it? Why had you not extinguished it earlier? What had you been doing before you lost consciousness? You focus your gaze on the table. What else was there? Wow. Your eyes rest on a small dark leather tome. Okay. Your memory is jogged at the sight of it. You've been looking through it. That was right. You needed to keep looking through it. You could not leave them behind. How do you reach for the book? You lift your arm. It feels odd. It is heavy, but weightless. Stiff, but loose. You manage to shakily reach for your book. You bring it towards you, but you cannot possibly read it in this position. Sit up. Am I, wait, oh, am I good? In defiance of your body, you lean yourself against your headboard. I'm in my bed. The throbbing pain which seems to consume you reaches a crescendo, but moments later dips into a dull noise. Still part of you, but no longer the sole sensation that fills you. You blink a few times, clearing your vision. You turn the first page. Its borders are gently splattered with blood. This is a Book of the Dead. You begin to feel a coarse sensation rising within you as your lungs cry out. You hold your handkerchief to your mouth. The crow call that escapes you suddenly jogs your thoughts again. Excuse me, what now? How long has it been since the consumption began? Oh, consumption. And how much longer until its works was complete? Interesting. So like a cult consumption. Maybe this year's extravaganza. There's so many. You vanish. Wait, wait. You banish the thought from your mind. Begone, foul beast. Return to the book. Wait, is there more? No, just return to the book. Okay. You refocus your thoughts first, then you refocus your eyes to the book. You took a moment to remember who it was from. Their name was inscribed on the front cover. You glance at you glance the spot where you know it should be, but all that you find are dark maroon stains you've grown all too familiar with. Blood. You turn your page to the first page. What did I just say? You turn your glance to the first page. It is a photo. You stand. I stand? Is it my picture? Or whatever picture. You turn your. Okay, it's a photo. You stand looking much more fit with another person. You delve deep into your mind, searching for the name of that person. Dude, her name was Evelyn. Her name was Evelyn, or Evelyn. Do it. That was it. Evelyn. Of course, where's been my mind lately? You seem to recall the events surrounding your relationship more than Evelyn herself, but and certainly more than the nature of your connection to her. She was your age. You remember that. You were born just days apart. It's his sister. Please don't let it be incest. Ugh. Anyways, you remember your own parents, as everyone else had long forgotten them. They were scholars, but they had fallen ill. You have watched as they died, doing your best to take care of them. Evelyn had tried her best to remain at your side. The heck? You turned the page. You gazed at the new picture. This one was old. The edges were tattered, but the photographs remained intact. It was of you as a young child. You do not recall much from then, but you remember this photograph. You held a basket of produce. Your parents had sent you to the market for one thing or another. They sent you with just enough to get what they had sent you for, and yet you had managed to get away with a few extra fruit. At first, you believed that the people in the market were simply being kind, but it was that day that you began to believe that there was something about you, that the rules which seemed to govern each person did not apply to you. You recall moments where you believed you could not die. You feel foolish now. You look to the third photo. This one was just Evelyn. Can't seem to remember when this one was taken. She stood outside her mother's she stood outside her mother's library. Bleh. A grin expanded across her face, spanning from one ear to another. Aw. You begin to remember. That was the day that Evelyn's parents had informed Evelyn of their retirement. At the end of that year, Evelyn had been set to inherit the library. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, I love libraries. Come on. You feel warm. Remember her elation, but your chest begins to sink in and you feel all the colder after the warmth leaves. Oh god, that's. Evelyn never did inherit the library, but what was it that happened to her? That's so morbid. She got into an accident. Or she left a month after. Not sure. I'm gonna go to an accident. Oh, okay, cool. You remember that day clearly now. The library had burned down. You cannot recall an exact cause being revealed, but you vividly remember one key fact. Evelyn had still been inside. No, no, you don't want to remember this. You aren't even sure you want to remember her anymore. This feeling. You feel faint, a mixture of sudden exhaustion and despair overwhelm you. You feel yourself lose consciousness. The book falls from your hands. You fall. Before you can even lay back down, your mind begins to fade. Is this sleep? It feels like something more. Or is it something less? Is this it? This is what you ponder in the end. Yes, actually, I do want to begin again. Let's investigate the light source. Alright, there was. I'm dying. So there's nothing. Right? There was nothing. Why had you been so foolish? Foolish enough to believe that there would have been something there. The only thing you had left these days was your mind, and your thought were cold comfort. But you think, anyways. You've only had your thoughts for all these years. Perhaps you should write a novel. Should have done it before. As if you could hold a pen in your state. Yeah, you do. The true tragedy of your circumstance? You were a tortured mind with nothing that could resemble an outlet. Hmm. You would not be a tragic figure with a lasting impact. You you'd be just another forgotten soul. You aren't sure if anyone remembers you, even as you still breathe. Why do you torture yourself so? Ooh, love it. Because you have no other choice. You respond. If you quit thinking, do you yet live? You may as well have died already, if not for your thoughts. How could you suggest that? You have to hold on. I love this. You have to hold on. Your thoughts keep you anchored no matter how painful, how futile. Why do you not give in? Why should you? You still have blood in you. Fair. Do you not yet live? You are more important than this illness. You are better than this illness. You will not let it take you, but you cannot live forever. Why can I not? You notice a moment too late that you spoke aloud. Wow. Okay. Voice is hardly there, and even with all the visceral rage you could spit out, it was hoarse and raspy. What happened to you? You wish you knew. You do not have an answer. You take a moment pondering what you've become. You are a shell of a person. You're not even sure if the word person includes you anymore. I don't like that. You feel exhausted. Anybody by reading this? No, you're not sure what you feel anymore. Oh my god, this person's dead inside. Will you ever become the person you once were? No, thank you. No, you will not. You cannot return to that time. In essence, you have already died. Your body has just survived past your soul. Oh crap! Oh, what? What? You begin to wonder if you should just give up. Held here moments ago fades into a feeling of futility. This disease will take you soon, anyways. Why let it win? What disease? Let it win? Yes. Why would you let the disease take you? You should choose when to die, unless it's medically impossible. Hmm. But how? You can barely turn your head. Yes, I can. Look. Can barely turn your head. There's no way you can manage to get up and carry through with this idea. You were foolish. You had nearly forgotten that you were already dead. You were just waiting for the deceased to decide to release you. How much longer? You do not know. You begin to hope it's not too much longer. No, you want more time. No, you need more time. No, you need relief. For now, the best you can do is sleep. You close your eyes for the first time in many weeks. You have decided to sleep all on your own. As you feel your consciousness sleep, you cannot help but feel a slight longing. Longing. It's the closest thing you've felt to hope in a long time. The end. Consumption. Mm, should I do the? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. It's interesting what they would call consumption if I'm dying. Let's begin again. I'm basically the light source. There's a locket. It's the last one. Your eye caught a small golden locket. It was laying open, and though your eyes strained, you could make out a photograph encased within. That's so old school. It was of a man. Man, you say. I didn't know it was a girl. Am I a girl? Ow. Right. The man in the locket was Frederick. You had known each other since you were children. His father was a professor at the university, which seemed to be the reason your town developed. Your parents were scholars, studying artifact and foreign texts. They worked closely together. You and Frederick spent many hours together as a result of your parents. You recalled the games you played. Ah, those games. Frederick's always been a creative sort of soul, creating rules which would further define the abstraction of play. Although you knew that his rules were optional, and that following them was something that was completely within your agency to ignore, it had always felt as though he was bending the laws of reality around you. What were you taking, my dude? You wish you had his what you wish you have his power now, no? You ponder whatever did happen to him died. You hadn't seen him in a while. Quite a while. His father though. He's a creep. Oh, his father had died when you were still young. The same illness that would take your parents several years later. The same illness that had now found itself housed within you. Oh, it is the cancer? You were still only children when Frederick's father died. It had to have been hard on him. You desperately search your mind for his fate. No matter how much you want to, you simply cannot believe that he is still living on as he once did. I'm gonna ponder his fate. The last time you could recall speaking with him was while you could still stand. You had met up in town. You both been undergoing financial struggle. I have so many questions. You were both orphans without inheritance, and you had found boarding in different common houses and lived in relative squalor. Okay, okay. The two of you had remained close and continued to speak and meet on the regular. This instance was not simply a friendly meetup. You strained to remember. Did you kill me? You had met to discuss your finances, namely, namely your housing situation. Frederick had proposed the two of you pool your finances in the hopes of purchasing a house. No, I mean, you do you, but no. It would be small, but it would be reliable and sustained by the two of you, as long as you need it. You agreed with Frederick, and soon the two of you were pooling any money which you could scrounge. Okay, I recall Frederick's fate. He died before me. Am I the? Maybe I'm the one that's getting people unalived here. He didn't have enough at first, but he left his finances with you. You recall feeling a sense of pride at his trust in you. You took your joint savings, and the two of you both agreed. Okay, both agreed to find a way to earn the remaining money required to purchase a house. Interesting. Several weeks after, you found yourself in the benefactor of a fortunate windfall. It can't be. You had the money to buy the house, and so you did. But why didn't you tell him? You kept the house from Frederick. Why? Oh my god. You recall a sense of the only word which comes to mind is entitlement. You had the money, you held the control. Frederick was an afterthought. You can't understand your own reasoning now, but you did betray him. Yo, what? Frederick found out, of course. He was righteously furious. You had betrayed him after all. You have no way of knowing who ran through his what not who what ran through his head, but you are able to know that to know what you did and how it affected Frederick was all too apparent. You left it without a house and money. What the heck is wrong with you? Me, him, whatever. Frederick went back to his room at the common house that night. He would never leave it again. You feel tired. Yeah. To remember my past discrepancies. You cannot stay awake. You do not want to. The pain of these memories only compounded by the overwhelming sense of responsibility you feel for them. They have to go away. So I'm gonna slip into sleep. As your consciousness fades, you only think of one thing: your desire to join Frederick. You are unsure whether it is out of remorse or self pity. The end. Got it. It's overconsumption. It is consumption. It's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so it's pretty new. I did the whole thing. I'll just maybe cut it a little bit. But other than that, hope you enjoyed this little, I guess, game. Uh, yeah. So please remember to like and subscribe and push the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this or kind of like this. It would mean the world to me. And that all being said, thank you guys for watching. Y adios. Bye.